Oh, walking into
Ooh.
Chino.
Like Tuesday
And
night.
so this is Christmas.
Oh, we got Carol singing carols. Carol is caroling. And, it's going to be another fun episode of Dive Bar Comedy. I'm Wild Joe. And we're getting in this spirit. So let's get this show started. Carol, play our theme song, and then we'll get into our comics.
Yeah.
Christmas edition.
Share. Here we go.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. On Santa. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Ooh.
All right.
Along with Daddy.
We got somebody ripping my shirt off. This is getting wild. This is some crazy stuff going on here. Uh-oh.
Somebody's hungry.
Aggressive. Sexual harasser in the making right here.
Whip it out.
Oh my God. All right.
When in doubt, whip it
I know,
out.
I'm gonna go whip it out. This is a breastfeeding. Okay, let's see. I'll go down like this, so you don't know what's happening down there. All right, let's get into it, you guys. Oh God, this baby. Okay, there, got it in. Okay, Jesus. Let's meet our comics. Just gonna have to do a show like this. Oh man, yep. There's that little creepy baby hand. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's say hello to everyone. Starting off with our regular tech host and comedian extraordinaire, Carol Newell. What you been up to? I like your Christmas spirit. Very festive.
Well, you know, when your name is Carol, you have to follow suit. I've been hosting and running open mics. I started a new open mic in San Pedro at the Fountains at the base of the Vincent Thomas Bridge. That's on Mondays at 6:00. We're doing that in San Pedro. It's we're 2 weeks in, and so far so good. And then of course I will not be at the Griffith Park Fountain on Thursday because it's Christmas Eve. So yeah, but I'll be back on Saturday at it at the Pan Pacific in the afternoon, and then NoHo Diner in the evenings. Sunday afternoon we are not at the Lexington until after January. So Sunday night back for my show, the World's Best Laughs. So that's what's going on with me. That, and I found a job, you guys. Woo-woo.
Oh my God, that was fast. Can I ask you, Carol, or it might be private? Why did you get fired from your last job? Did you do something bad, or was it comedy related, or what happened?
They said failure to perform, which I find very odd since I am naturally a performer.
So why did your job care that you had ED? Like, what's that? Like, that's not
I know, right? I don't know what their deal was. They demoted my boss down to my position, so I think they got rid of me so they could give him my job.
Interesting. Well, that sucks for both of you. Sucks to get demoted too. It's almost more embarrassing because you're still there. Or show your face every day.
I found a job where I get paid the same. It's closer to my house, better benefits, less stress.
There you
Nice.
go.
Well, hopefully the people are nice too. So
Yeah, they are. So far, so good.
good. Well, congratulations, Carol.
Thank
that was
you.
quick. That was like you were like jobless for one episode.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much. Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Wow. Well, I have COVID. Yeah. And
You got
that
the
was
vid?
pretty quick too. I tested last week on what day? Monday, I stuck the thing up my nose and sent it in. And then on Wednesday, I got my results back. So last week, Tuesday, I didn't know my results yet, but it came back positive. And when it comes back, it says,
Jesus.
you are infected with COVID-19. So it's like
Damn,
the language. I'm like, oh, I'm infected. But
Oh.
anyway, so I knew I was because everybody in my household already had it. So I was the last one. And now I'm almost better. So it wasn't horrible. So yeah. Yep. And the good thing is now I won't be as afraid to touch things or to go places. Like it's been really, just being paranoid nonstop for however many months this has been really hard. Like I went someplace and then afterward, I wasn't even worried about sanitizing my hands before I touched my keys or my steering wheel or whatever. And I felt,
Yeah,
well,
you're good for like 3 months after you get it, right?
at least. I don't even think they know. But
Are
I
you
mean, there have
gonna
been
try to,
some cases that people have been reinfected, but it's not common at all.
No, not at all.
So
Are you going to give blood, the antibodies or whatever?
maybe, I don't know.
Good.
Yeah, that would be the nice thing to do, I guess. I might join a study. I was thinking about, I looked up the UCLA. There's a lot of studies going on. So maybe I'll join a study.
Nice.
Oh, that creepy baby hand is all over the place today. But anyway. Anyway, so that's my story. I've survived COVID. And,
Woo!
I'm,
You should get a
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah,
You should get a t-shirt.
it wasn't that horrible for me. Anyway, I got lucky, but some people don't have it so lucky.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, all right. So let's see who our comics are tonight. I see, first off, I've got Mary Becquet. Am I saying it right now?
Yeah, yes, all right.
I've practiced every time you're on. I practice. I think I'm getting better and better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, well, you look absolutely glowing today.
Thank
I love your smile. What have you been doing lately?
Well, I got a mic going. I got a mic on Saturdays with 15-minute spots. I got 6 spots,
Ooh,
15 minutes.
wow.
It's fun, although sometimes also you want to kill yourself after some people will do 15 minutes at you, but it's fun. It's fun. I like to practice longer sets. So I wanted to give that opportunity to the other folks. So that's a blast every Saturday. And then
Is that a virtual mic or that's at a place?
Yeah, it's all Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big old chicken.
Ah!
I stay home. Or I just go out in the woods by myself.
All right. Well, 15 minutes. If I were you, I wouldn't do it as a mic. I would hand pick the people so that you can choose who you want to listen to for 15 straight minutes, because that is a long time. A long time. Yeah.
Yes, but you know what? Like I like and love comedians, and so like when people are trying to develop their time, you kind of need that. So there's nobody that terrible. I would probably if they were really terrible, I wouldn't have.
Well, I'm pretty picky about who I put on the show. Like I have to personally find the person funny. If they totally bomb or just suck, I just don't ask them back. But of course, those are the ones that ask me, "Hey, can I come on?" And I'm like,
Get on the spot.
But
we're all annoying that way, whether we're funny or not.
And the thing is, people don't know if they're funny or not. That's the thing. And, I mean, who really knows? Like, you can judge it based off the laughs, especially live. On Zoom, it's a little harder.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think they're funny, and they're not most of the time. And some people, most of the time, it's that direction. It's not most people that think they're not funny, and they are. Usually, they think they're a lot funnier.
Oh, no, I'm funny.
Than they are.
Right. Yes. Right.
But like GT said to me, he said, just find that one person in the audience that's laughing, because maybe you're not for everyone. Maybe there's just one person that thinks you're funny in the whole audience. If you're a certain oddball type of person and just focus on them. So, you know, if that's enough to make you happy, is just making one person laugh, then hey, you know.
I guess, right? Yeah.
I guess, but, you know, like for me,
I
don't
prefer
think that would
multiple
really
people
work,
laughing.
but it's a positive attitude. That is a way of thinking that, you know, keeps you from wanting to shoot yourself after a horrible set, you know. But anyway, I feel like I'm off to a depressing
We're
start.
like, let's talk about death. I mean, that's
It's a depressing year, you know.
I know.
Yeah, it's a bummer year.
been a horrible
God,
year.
I'm
So
wrangling
I'm
this
just trying to
baby.
get through. Although I'm trying to fit, yeah, like, okay, 2020 is almost over. And then what indicators do we have that 2021 will be any better? I don't know. I guess just the inauguration. 2020.
Just like there's nowhere else to go but up, maybe.
I guess
I don't know.
We
It makes
did-
us all appreciate what we had before. Like we didn't realize how much fun we were having. Like you could
I
go to
know.
concerts and
Movies.
mass events with all these people, parties and
Can I just
all kinds
say,
of parties. I didn't realize what a party. My ex-boyfriend called me a party girl, and I thought that was like an insult. But now I realize I am a party girl because I miss parties of all types so much. Like from just like a bar lounge setting to like a wild and crazy nightclub to, I mean, there's all kinds of parties I wish I could be at right now.
Or like a party at your house, you know, just having
House
people
party,
over, drinking.
family gathering, any kind of party. So,
Yeah.
man. Anyway, all
Something
right.
to
Well,
drink for.
well, it's good to see you, and congratulations on your show. Does it have a name?
Thanks for having me. You know what? I'm trying to think of a name. I was calling it the Valley Girl Mic, but then all the guys that were on it, they were like, do I have to talk about Valley Girls? And so
I see.
now I just call it the Saturday 15-minute mic. It's not very imaginative. I know. I'm trying to think of a better name.
It's descriptive, though.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm a
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. We'll have to check it out one Saturday.
Thanks for
All
having
right.
me.
Who else we got? Danny Archila.
Hi, how's it
Wake
going,
up.
Joe?
He's like
Oh,
reading the
man.
news.
I'm just making shameless promotion because I love the
Oh,
show
good.
Shameless so much. Season 11. No. How are you, Joe? How have you been? How's the holidays treating
Other
you?
than the COVID thing, which the thing about COVID, like for me, I felt like I had a cold is
Right.
basically the symptoms I had. But when you read about all the possible symptoms and your heart could be damaged and, you know, it could get way worse. It could take a turn along day 7 or whatever. It's really scary too. So you have like a paranoia on top of whatever symptoms you have, you know?
Yeah, it's a real divide. I mean, I've had bronchitis like 3 times past. How I haven't gotten it is crazy because I'm not a good person. I should die first. I'm the guy that ends up screwing the bear in the first 5 minutes of the horror movie from Sweden. So it's like, why
I
not
didn't watch
me?
that movie. You don't screw the bear, but okay.
You do on Bjorn Hub.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know. I'm in Florida. Actually, it's interesting that I'm here because I
Oh,
got
cool. What are you doing out there?
Gonna
Oh, God, I'm going to mute myself. Tell us what you're doing.
I'm hanging out with my dog, my main dog Frosty. Say hi.
Hi, Frosty.
He's intermittently disappearing into the ether because his parents are choosing not to have sex with each other, but maybe they are. So I don't know. Weird Back to the Future here. Bark to the Future. You got any jokes you want to say, Frosty? No, he's just making out with me. That's all. But no, I'm in Florida right now, so I got some material about that. That'll
Frosty.
probably.
Is Frosty from Florida also? That's a very
Yes.
festive name. It's not a very
Yeah.
Florida name.
We got him for Christmas, actually. Let me see if he can get
Aw.
into. So we got him for Christmas, and we all had different discussions about what to name him. I think my dad named him Frosty because we live in a very safe neighborhood, and you know, the power of Frosty the Snowman will probably protect us from the power of I don't know, just bad. I was trying to go somewhere with that didn't work, but the point is that he's better off with this than white lightning, you know, because
Definitely.
that's just what I call it when I have to like jizz in 30 minutes, you know, just like zoom. It's but slow. Are we plugging things? What's going on here? Because I've heard a
plug
couple
yourself.
plugs.
Plug what have you
Plug
been
it.
up to, and plug what projects you've been
Okay, yeah. So I didn't even really get a chance to do this last time, but basically I've got a magazine that I've been doing for a couple months, and it's going to hit its stride in January. Not Christmas, but definitely January. And yeah, it's a magazine. I'm going to make bigger plugs of it in the new year. It's called the Intermittent Titter magazine, but I like to shorten it to Tit Mag because I think there's a better way to promote that phrase. Or maybe I'm just full of shit and somebody needs to knock me out of this dream right quick. But yeah, I'll drop a link maybe in the chat if you guys want to take a look at it. I'm open to having new people interview all over LA and beyond. So if you think you're a good talk, let me know. And I'm about to publish the December issue for the magazine in like a couple of days, but it's just a humor magazine. That's it. That's all it is. Just something I like to do. Keeps me sane.
That's interesting. No, you're the first person that ever plugged a magazine on this show. So
hopefully the last. I don't know how well it's gonna do.
Less competition for you. Everybody has a podcast. Everybody has a show. You're the first one with a magazine.
All right. Well, it's just something I like doing. But I appreciate you giving me this spot to speak, and I'm looking forward to seeing people be funny and not depressing or depressing in a funny way. So thank you for having me here.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming. And I'm going to try to stop being depressing. So
with your kids, never. No.
Let's find someone super chipper. Rachel Fogletto.
That's a lot of pressure.
She's like, nobody has ever described me as chipper in my entire life.
If I had to save all of us from like drowning by being chipper, like I am the wrong person to pick, but I'll give it a go, you know.
All right. I appreciate that. Are you drinking? You look like you've got an alcoholic beverage.
I do.
Can you describe it to us?
It is a pre-made Manhattan mix that I purchased.
What is a Manhattan mix? Okay, I went to bartending school. I don't remember exactly, but a Manhattan is just like, I think
bourbon,
it's with like a drop of vermouth or something. It's just like one drop of something.
Like you can do sweet and dry. What else is in it? I should know that.
Almost nothing. It has just like a drop of something.
It just gives it a little something, you know. It's just
okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so pre-made Manhattan. Yeah. All right. And you're in Manhattan. Are you on the East Coast right now?
I'm not in Manhattan. I don't know what that must be like now. I'm in Philadelphia, which is like.
Oh, that's right, the crib. I'm gonna be there in 2 days.
Raised.
Oh
yeah, you're from Philly too. I forgot. Yeah, the last time we.
Oh wow, you guys should meet.
You said that like so scandalous. You should, because like that is scandalous now. You should meet.
You should meet in real life. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find her on Twitter. On that what is it called? The one where you look for people to have sex with.
Grinder.
Tinder.
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 If I find you on Tinder.
I'm not on Tinder, but no, I think Grinder's the one, but only men. I think it's only for dudes.
Grinder's for gay men.
But it shows you who's like right near you.
Yeah, here's the straight version of Grinder.
I only bump and grind on R. Kelly. Sorry.
I mean, that's a whole other thing, but yeah. How did we get here? I'm in
You're in Philly. That's Mista See's hometown, and he's going back, so he may or may not bump into you. So
yeah, I mean,
what have you been up to out there?
Unfortunately, I mean, everything like shut down. You know, the funny thing is, I got my first COVID test I've been able to get. And I was like, I tried to get one at my doctor. I've been lucky enough to work from home, asymptomatic. So when the numbers started spiking, I had my regular physical like a month ago. And I'm like, hey, can I get a COVID test? I'm doing some live shows. And they're like, nah, we're trying to save them because we're running out, you know? And then, so I haven't been able to get one. I have insurance. And my doctor's office is like, here, you can go to these places for asymptomatic people and pay $75 to somebody's Venmo. That's literally what it said, like,
wow,
cash or Venmo. And I'm like, okay, I don't care that much. But
so you got a test?
I got a test because there was there's a movie being filmed here, and I was a background person in it, and you had to get a test to do it, and that was how I got a test. Like that, I have health insurance, and I could not get a test. That is how I got a COVID test. So I just think.
Well, but I mean, there's no reason to test if you don't feel like you've been exposed to anybody.
Well, it was more so that
You're just staying home.
But I was doing shows at the time, and
I see.
Still around, and like it was just enough that I wanted to do it. But yeah, I just
sure
that I couldn't get one.
Yeah, and by the time you find, I mean, they say there's asymptomatic people. I don't know. My sister-in-law, who gave it to basically me and everybody else, like 8 people. She went to a dinner party where one person the next day found out they had it. So she was supposed to quarantine for 14 days, and she basically did. But on day 8, she took a test. They came back negative. So on day 10, she had her mom come over for 2 days and babysit for her. And that was also when she started showing symptoms, was like around day 10. So basically the test didn't pick it up until she retested like day 15 or something, after she had already been sick and was getting better. So by the time the test shows up positive, you're already sick. So you pretty much know anyways. But if you get even a sniffle, any type of cold or flu, I would definitely get tested.
Yeah, I would be that I don't get symptoms that easily. So that's why I was paranoid about it. But
yeah,
it's like STDs, you know, you got like an incubation period. It's like if you just had like an orgy last night, you don't get the test the next day because it's not going to show up.
Like, yeah, you have to wait for it to build up and multiply inside you. I've got screaming going on. Okay. Oh God. Okay, Rachel. What else? Any shows? What else has been going on?
I'm in the virtual now for right now. The only so you could just follow me on Instagram at Rachel Fogletto. And I post everything on there. There's some live stuff like outside the city you can do, like in the burbs where people, you know, or whatever they do. But yeah. So I do that.
Okay, I'm getting yelled at by a baby right now. So I'm gonna have to move on. But I'm excited to have you on the show. Oh God, this baby is yelling at me to read a book. I have to read this book now. So in the meantime,
I love that.
Shapes. Yeah, I have to read this Shapes book. Let's move to Wayne. Wayne, you haven't been on our. I don't think you've been on our virtual show before. You've been on our live show like a year or more ago. So tell the people where you're from, how you got into comedy, and what you've been up to during this last year.
So I mean, where I'm from originally is Sacramento, you know. If you haven't heard of it, that's fine. If you've heard of it, I'm sorry. You know, it's nothing to be gained by knowing it or not knowing it. It's just, if water was a city, it'd be Sacramento. Like, it's necessary, I guess, but you know, who cares? So I'm from Sacramento. I live in Long Beach now, and I got into comedy the same way anyone does, you know, like social isolation in high school, and you know, trying to be funny, and yeah, I don't know. So since I've been living in LA, I've been like hitting mics, you know, doing shows every now and again, and yeah, just trying to make the best of it.
Sorry, I got caught up with rectangle.
I was like, yeah, I know. I really am boring. I hate me too.
No, you're very funny. I remember you from our real life shows, and that's why I invited you back.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And I'm excited to hear what you have in store for us tonight.
Thank you, sir. No, it's okay. I'm actually certain that the book Shapes is better than any of my I haven't performed in a year material. So, like, I'm actually jealous of the baby that he gets to read Shapes, whereas you guys have to hear me say a lot. So just a lot of
oh boy. Well, this is a fascinating book. Star, egg. Oh look, egg, oval. Okay. All right, Wayne. Let's let's see. We got some people that gotta leave early. So let's get to our last comic. Erik Escobar.
What's up? What's up? Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What's been keeping you busy during this long year?
I've been good. I actually just did a TED Talk in March, so you can check that out on TEDtalk.com/YouTube. I don't know where you can find it. I'm somewhere on the internet at Erik Escobar. I also just did a show on Fox. I did I Can See Your Voice. You can see me at on Hulu at I Can See Your Voice.
Nice. Oh, I have a question. How do you submit for a TED Talk?
You one says maybe. That's how you do it.
Oh,
What you
Email
said?
Eric.
I didn't hear a word.
Yeah, you cut out.
To a bunch, and one might say yes. That's how you do it. It's very much like throwing your name out as much as you can, and then just trying to get what you can get.
Okay. All right. It's like trying to get some pussy.
Very mysterious, Eric. Eric's like, I'm going to be the only comic who gets a TED Talk because I'm not telling him anything.
I'm
that's
going to
get
email
them.
Eric.
Like,
Maybe I'll just email Eric for TED Talk.
name to people.
Very
They'll come
mysterious.
find you.
Serious plug that I'm doing.
What is your TED Talk called? You remind us of the title of your TED Talk.
It is how to live a more fulfilling life through humor. So how to use humor into your personal life to try to have a more happy, good time. It's a good time.
I think I saw it because I remember that title. I didn't realize it was you.
That was me. It was definitely me. Yes.
All right. And now for our final person, Mista See. Mista See, what's been going on?
Yeah,
I like
nothing.
your look.
Chilling, just feeling good, enjoying the things. We got our president all locked in. Of course, I'm still running for president and whatnot. Also, I have a tip for you, Mom. If you ever have a problem with this book reading thing, record an audio version of you reading it. So maybe you can play it and he'll fall.
Oh yeah, that's along the lines of those tips that your baby can't sleep without you. Just give him your dirty shirt to sleep with. But
Yeah, hey,
I don't know.
does it work?
I don't know if it really works. I don't know. I think they know the difference. But anyway, all right, you guys. Well, let's get on with our show. I know Eric wanted to go first.
Yeah.
I can mute myself.
Everybody scream! Ah! Yeah, that's right. It's the
Triangle
show, baby. That's right. Let's get ready for it. Let's clap it up. It's the Bar Show. We about to jump this thing off the world now. That's right. I'm Mista See, the enforcer, aka Poppy Carlo, the bad boy, Philly representing in the crib, and glad that it's the holiday season. And I hope everybody has a good Christmas and a happy New Year. This is our Christmas show. I'm unfortunately dressed like an Easter bunny, but hey, Jesus is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So don't sweat it. So we're going to get ready for this first comedian. Are you guys ready for the first comedian?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the first comedian? Can I get a yeah? Yeah. That's right. So this next comedian coming to the stage is one of our veterans. This gentleman also has a TED Talk about how to live a happier life through comedy. Look it up on YouTube. He's also on something else. I think he said something about Fox News, but they're racist. So I'm not supporting that shit. So we're going to keep it going. We're going to give it up for my guy. I also love his name because as a Philly guy, we're slightly gangster. But his last name is gangster. Is 3 people beating up an old man. I'm telling you, it's hard as hell. And I love this thing. This gentleman right here, he's got a great name. Can I get a clap, 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 and Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. What's up, homies? Good to see y'all. I'm super excited. Because I was just in Vegas last week. I don't know if you ever play roulette. Who's into roulette room here? Make some noise if you're a roulette person. Hell yeah.
Damn.
I played roulette. I made $500. Clap it up for $500. I made $500 at roulette. I only put $4,000 on the table. So I don't know if I'm a winner. I don't know, maybe. Possibly. Here's the thing, man. I'm not a big gun guy, but here's the thing. I hunted back in 2006. All right. I was in high school. I was hunting. I tried to shoot a rabbit. Almost hit the magician. All right. So it was a good win. Maybe. Let's do this really quick. Clap it up for Biden Harris, guys. Biden won the election. Clap it up for that.
Yeah.
Very excited. When Biden won, I actually went to downtown LA. I went to a big party in downtown. I don't saw this on the news, but I saw a cop get shot in downtown. A cop got shot right in the face. I was freaking out because it was the first time I've ever seen someone use a gun. All right.
Hey.
Very scary. Very, very scary. I don't even like guns. I went hunting a couple of years ago. I went hunting when I was in like 16, 17 years old. Tried to shoot a rabbit. I accidentally hit the magician. All right. It was a good party. It was a really great party. Loved it. Having a good time. But here's the thing. I've been quarantining with my girlfriend. Who's been quarantining with her partner? There's another. Anyone? Anyone in here?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I've been quarantining with my girl, and it's been tough. It's been super tough. I hate her so much. Here's the thing. Like, she was like, Eric, what can I do in the bedroom to turn you on more? What can I do in the bedroom to turn you on more? And I was like, be Asian. She can't be Asian. All right, very tough. She's actually Puerto Rican, Italian, angry all the time. All right, it's a good mix. It's a really good mix. It's weird, man. We tried to do role playing. I don't know if you've ever done role playing, but like role playing is weird. It's when you get in the bedroom with each other and you play with each other's roles. All right, gained a lot of weight during quarantine. I'm a little Pillsbury dope baby. You know what I'm talking about? Sexy boy, sexy boy. Here we go. I want to do a sexy gift for my girlfriend, so I recently bought her some lingerie. She got super mad. She was like, Eric, why would you buy me lingerie during a pandemic from Goodwill? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a second hand. Here I go. Oh my God. I don't typically have some horrible roommates. Clap it up if you've ever had a horrible roommate. Who's had a horrible roommate in here? All right, I see people clapping to some hands. Beautiful. If you were quiet right now, you were the horrible roommate. All right. So do your dishes, please. That'd be great. I had the worst roommates during quarantine. All right. They were loud. They were messy. They were my parents. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. I still call them every week. I'm like, Mom, how you doing? My mom asked me a weird question last week. She was like, Eric, are you pro-gay? And I was like, what? She's like, are you pro-gay? I'm like, Mom, I'm not even amateur gay. All right. Like, when did y'all get a league? Like, how can I do this? What's going on? I call my folks up every week. My dad does some really messed up stuff. Like, I remember one time, I'm half Filipino. My dad called me Oriental. I'm like, Dad, don't call me Oriental. Say like Asian or Asian American. One time he called me fat. I'm like, Dad, don't call me fat. It's 2020. Say like plus size or just say fat. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. But the thing that really messed me up is my dad called me a pussy. And I'm like, Dad, don't say pussy. It's 2020. We don't call people pussies anymore. We call them millennials. It's hard to tell as millennial. All right. Very hard. I don't know if you had talked to 25-year-old, 26-year-olds recently. It's horrible. All right. It's like you're talking to 25, 6-year-olds. All right. Very annoying. Very annoying. But it's weird. I know why my dad thinks millennials are horrible. All right. Because we're the worst generation. Have you recently talked to I don't know, like a 25-year-old to a 6-year-old? It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. Like my dad recently called me a pussy. And I'm like, Dad, we don't call them pussies anymore. We call them millennials. Once again, let's talk about it. It's weird because I feel like millennials are the worst generation ever. We're loud. We're annoying. It's horrible. Like my old roommates were horrible. They were millennials. They were loud. They were annoying. They were my parents. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. It's weird, man, because millennials are the worst because we're addicted to social media. We're addicted to Twitter, Facebook. It's horrible. Like, here's the thing. We're so addicted to social media. It's one of those things where it's like, yo, we're not addicted to it. It's more just like our personality. You know what I mean? It's what we mean. Like, I'm addicted to social media. Here's the thing. I was taking a poop today. Realized I had I don't know, a couple minutes left. I was freaking out. I finished my business. I walked out of the pool. All right. Straight up. It was horrible. It was absolutely bad. But I'm gonna wrap up on this. I just got 1 minute left. If you're a millennial, it is a hard time to be growing up. All right. Clap it up if you're a millennial. It is the worst. Here's the thing. Like when you're a millennial, it's the worst thing growing up. Like, here's the thing. If you love to drink, go drink, go have a beer, have a cocktail, but like have a good time. Clap it up for the show. We're having a good time. But if you're doing drugs as a millennial, it's the worst. All right. Because I took acid recently. I dropped it. I was having a crazy trip, realized I was having a trip. And that's when I realized my little brother walked in the room and took some. All right. Which is the worst experience ever, especially as an only child. All right. It was the worst. It was the absolute worst. But that's my time. Thank you so much. My name's Erik Escobar. Clap it up. You've been wonderful. You can follow me at Erik Escobar. Last name Escobar. Don't give me too much hate, because people who give me hate, they'll be dealt with. All right, they'll be fine. Thank you so much. Clap it up for your wonderful host, Carol.
Woo. Applause for Erik Perico Escobar. I could go on for weeks. Anyway, outstanding job. So you said you're from the Philippines? Your people's a Filipino?
I am from the Philippines. Yeah, that's right, brother.
Okay, but you said you don't have any brothers and sisters. Is that true?
I don't. Only child.
So question, is it true that all Filipinos name all their children with the same first letter if they have multiple?
What's that first letter?
It could be E or J. If it's J, then it's Jane, Judy, John, Jared. But of course, all their last names are Spanish and whatnot.
Let's go with James. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, cool. So if you didn't know that about Filipinos, they have a lot of traditions. Number one, you have to be a nurse. And number two, is you have to name all your children with the same letter of the name. It's respect and whatnot. Or that Duarte guy will kill you. So
Duarte.
Excellent. So once again, another round of applause for Erik, Mr. Millennial Escobar. All right. So we're gonna hop right into the next comedian. This next comedian is actually in my hometown right now making movie magic. So I'm loving this feeling. She don't know it, but technically she's what we call a John. Everybody say John.
John.
That's still a term. Not only does it represent women, but it also basically means anything except a man. I know, we're fucking misogynistic as fuck, right? It's terrible. And a guy is called a bull. B-U-L. So not like a bull like the animal, but like a boy, but you say it ignorantly. A bull. Everybody say bull.
Bull.
All right, that's right. So, all right, bulls and joints, are you guys ready for this next comedian?
Woo!
She's super talented, and I love her name because it sounds Philly as fuck. Because we got nothing but Italians on the South Side. Can I get a clap for Rachel Fogletto?
Yo, it's funny. Erik was talking about it's 2020. Like we call dudes Johns too. Like anybody's a John. Like you're a John, she's a John, he's a John, they're a John. We're all Johns. You know. It's only I realize it sounds like nothing to somebody who's not from Philly, so I'll just stop saying John. Clearly, any person, place, or thing. There's actually if you want there's a mask company called Face Johns. Johns for your face. That's the definition. So my first joke is about masks. Nobody wants to wear masks. That's a good transition. I think we just need to market them the same way we market condoms, like feels like it's not even there. Or lubricate it, because like wet mask contest, that's going to be hot because I think mouths are going to be the new kink, right? Anytime I see a mouth unexpectedly, I'm like, ooh, look at that mouth. I know there's a lot of controversy still, about what kind of risks we should be taking. I saw it the other day. I was walking down the street in my mask and I got catcalled in my mask. That guy has no idea of what he actually said. He walked by me and he was like, now I know you're pretty under that mask. And I was like, no, you don't. Like, you actually don't. No. Like some people are having parties and, I'm in these Facebook groups where they're like, somebody's having a party. Should I call the cops? And I think like, I do relate to people who, call the cops on people having parties during COVID because I also hate cops. That joke can go either way. Like, what are you doing? It's like making the problem worse. Anyway, there's people. I don't make my bed. I never have. And there's people who are like, but don't you just love getting into like a made bed at the end of the day, at the end of the night? And I'm just like, no, I don't. It feels like somebody else was there. It's like I like things just how I left it. Like I wasn't done with it yet. Like, do you close all 20 browsers on your computer when you're done with it? Like, I don't understand that mentality. Like, you don't like to just get right back where you left off. I don't know. That's like pausing a movie and then watching it from the beginning. Okay, it's just a made bed. It's like the murderers make their bed. I don't. What are you hiding? Okay, this is all new shit. Well, let's move into that's more relatable. So I get hemorrhoids here, and I've gotten hemorrhoids in the pandemic. This is what the pandemic literally made me butt hurt from stress. And like I'm a regular person, like I am Italian, like we shit a lot, like it's just a thing. And so like I had my annual regular physical, just routine, and I told the doctor, and she's like, well, as long as like it's not more than like a few days. And I'm like, oh no, a few days. But she's like, it's very normal for women because we hold in everything and then we strain to go. And I'm like, is this a metaphor for like misogyny? Like, what are you talking about? Like, my ass hurts. And she was like, well, I could do an exam, and this is the thing is like, I'm like pretty feminist, like, hear my vagina roar. I'll talk about my all fucking day. Like, I'll tell you how many times I came. But like, when it comes to my asshole, I was just like, oh no, like, I can't have like this doctor woman look at my butthole. And she was like, it's fine. Everybody gets embarrassed. It's not a big deal. I've done like 3 already this morning. And I was like, oh, I don't want your sloppy fourths, okay? Like, a person. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe I do want you to be a little warmed up, before like get a stretch in before, you get to me. Okay, that was just again, new material. Butt exam stuff. Here's a classic. I'm bad at blowjobs. I know it's true because I have a small mouth, and men are always like, Rachel, I just need more space. I do think I could do better though. Like, honestly, if I wanted to, I feel like sometimes I take the same approach that men do when they pretend they're too stupid to wash the dishes, and like, so women are just like, I'll just do it myself. It's like, he left dried streaks on it the last time. It's like, just, if you do it so poorly, like, no one wants you to do it. Okay, so big blowjob crowd is offended by my lack of enthusiasm. Here's the thing, it's uncomfortable for me. I was trying to explain it to a guy friend of mine, and I was like, you gag, and it's like, he's like, yeah, but that's like the hottest part, and like the chicks gag, and then they get the blowjob tears, It's like, it's a natural reaction, like the dick's in your throat, so you cry. And I'm apparently, a lot of men are turned on by this, and I'm like, hey, like, if you're turned on by that, like, we could just cut out the middleman, like, hurt my feelings. Like, everybody wins. Oh, that was like the perfect. Do I have the light yet? I feel like
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see a thing, but I'll leave you on this. This is a wholesome joke. I don't like spiders. I think they have too many legs. I don't like anything. But my roommate's one of these people. He's like, look, Rachel, like, they're, spiders are good bugs because they kill all the other bugs. I don't think that's a good reason to like spiders. They kill all the other bugs. We kill all the other bugs. That's what people do. Like, it sounds like spiders are just fucking working their way up. Okay, like they're just genociding all of their peers, and we wanted to keep them in the house, and we don't like that's okay with you? Okay, yeah. Cool. That's all I wanted to say. Check in on your dickhead friends. Follow me on Instagram.
All right, another round of applause for Rachel. La
Woo!
Italiana Fogletto. All right, so excellent. Hey, so since you're Italian, I have an Italian question for you. So everybody else, calls pasta sauce, pasta sauce. Isn't there like some different name that Italians call like pasta sauce?
So Italian Americans, at least, I don't know if it's maybe just an East Coast thing, but we say gravy, but it's because you cook it with meat. So there's like meat in it, and that's why. So if it's like there's no meat and you're just doing like most people, I guess, that aren't Italian might just make like regular tomato sauce. It would be like marinara.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be gravy. But gravy is like when there's like whatever meat you have, like literally simmering in it. That's why it's gravy. It's not like it's not like your fucking Chef Boyardee Olive Garden or whatever. Fine.
That's the beauty of the Dive Bar Comedy Show. We get educational and informational.
Yeah.
You're damn right. It's like check your dickhead and gravy has meat in it. Beautiful thing. And that's what I'm talking about. So give another round of applause, everybody, for Rachel Fogletto. I like it. I like it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like it. I like it. You know what I mean? And she also talked about relationships, which of course are difficult. Don't worry about it, everybody. You just gotta take your time, figure it out. And if your girlfriend doesn't want to cry because you want to choke her with your cock, you can always cheat on her.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's better terrible. Terrible. I know. Gotta love us. Gotta love us. All right. So we're going to keep it moving on to our next comedian. Excellent gentleman. This gentleman's actually a veteran. I've known this gentleman from the Comedy Store that's on Sunset Strip. Extremely savvy, extremely experienced. He is multi-talented. He tells comedy. He takes photos. He takes videos. He also has a magazine coming out, which you can find on Archila.com. Tit Bag. I don't know why it's called Tit Bag, but I expect there's some titties in it. And whatnot. Hopefully so. But this gentleman right here is a classic. I even met his dad, who's a great man. Funnier than he is. I swear to God. So if you guys are ready, for this great comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Clap for Daniel, the man.
Woo! Yeah. This guy with the dog. All right, I'll put my emotional support animal 6 feet away. How are we doing? Are we doing okay? Are we enjoying our nights? I'm so glad I could come to this corner of my room, all the way from the other corner of my room. It's a pleasure to be here. Really quick question. Who else is sexually frustrated? I am a lot. I tend to, whenever I masturbate, I tend to look at videos of women touching their own private parts, but not for real saucy reasons. That way, I know that my crippling addiction is healing them with their crippling breast cancer awareness and how you should always check beneath the lumps. Good start. Fantastic. As you could probably guess, I am a Floridian, and no, I do not have meth bags for eye bags. I live in Orlando, actually, and doing stand-up about your hometown is just the equivalent of writing a paper about what you did over summer. Except, can we not do it? Can I not do jokes about where I grew up and where I never lost my virginity? Because I swear to God, it's very difficult to make depressing sound funny. As we've discussed before, it's hard. It's very hard to mix eggnog with some Smirnoff right behind your mom's back and your own back for that matter. Have you ever tried to do that at the same time? Like left becomes right and then grandma's looking over with the eyes like, Danielito, estás mezclando la eggnog con la Smirnoff, tu pieza. You know, and then she becomes Godzilla. That's Colombian lore for you. I saw my okay, we got it. I saw my younger cousin earlier this week, and yeah, there's no law that says he can't grow a beard. but god damn, somebody's got to shave that homosexual off of his chin before he starts to offend all on his own. Yeah, here's something you got to understand. Let me just back up and try to not look at my notes. I'm trying to cover them. Okay. I'm not just a South American. I'm a Southern American. I come from the land of briskets and square dancing. That's right. Colombia. That boy, Erik Escobar. I hope he's not related to my cousin Pablo Escobar, because then that would be a really weak punchline. I mean, there's no reason to punch down. He's a pal. He's a pal. I mean, I don't know. Colombians, we're Jews of the South. Yes. My belief, as far as to token up some of that sweet Mary Jane, which you and me both know enough about, Mista See, is that a friend with weed is a friend indeed. At least that's what I tried to elaborate when the TSA struggled to take the edibles away from me. But I was earnest. I was being kind. I was trying to offer my servitude, and they just couldn't take the hit inside the soft part of their cheek. That's what I tried to do. I tried to, I have a Kermit shirt on. Of course, I'm going to be into human puppetry. Or do you not see how bleach clean my hands are? I'm a freak. Thank you very much. I don't know. Maybe they were disappointed. It's crack. Or am I not a controversy? What else did I write? Well, Carol was messaging me. Oh yeah, I think my dentist likes me, guys. I really think she likes me because I'm sure. I'm positive she's giving me a discount on my out-of-state dental work as she's just filling in my cavities with the inverted kind, the vanilla Oreos, or at least the cream of it. You call it a candemocracy, but I call it dentrification. I know. You know what? I never got molested, so this is as like raunchy as the jokes are gonna get. Okay, deal with me, please. One of the reasons why I'm nervous about telling people these jokes is because my family is so close by. The walls are paper thin, not like the type of paper you would think for rolling up. I'm talking about the type of paper you like put up because you're excited your cousin's about to have another kid, and then you pull down when you're not excited that she's going to have 2 kids. And it's just like, we don't need to filibust here. Somebody break in with an explosion. Hey. I would like to make according to this premise right here, it says that my family owns the whole block. How's it working out for y'all? 6 feet distance. Is that good? That's cute. Because for me, it's 6 street social distancing. Yeah.
Hey.
Quality time is overrated. There's a lot of things I'm not great at. I'm not good at talking to girls. I'm not good at talking to people. I have eye contact mainly because I just like looking at myself and having this whole thing muted, so I could just spend some one-on-one time and be like, hey, what's wrong? How can you not pronounce words correctly? And please, let's get you into honeybee farming because something's not right here. And that's too much. But I'm not the greatest Colombian representative. Titty. I got tits on my mind. I'm not a good Colombian. Put it to you this way: I only eat tamales my mom makes, which is nice because it's like cariño. Oh, tú eres un bien buen muchacho. Tú estás comiendo las tamales de otras personas. No, estás comiendo le mío. My mom doesn't sound anything like Al Pacino on steroids, but I'm sure that would be very funny. No, I ate my cousins, moms, sisters, misters, nannies, deli tamales, and long story short, orgy. She just gives me these tamales, and I start to swallow, but then my throat, starts to reject, as I'm sure many teenage girls are doing in the back of some vans. And they're just coming up with my throat's coming up with 100 excuses to regurgitate it suavemente, oh, you know what? I can't handle this right now. There's a cat with my tongue, and I think a frog's on the way. And well, hell, have you heard those priests are getting loose. There were priests on the loose. I can't have any holy chody going into here to protect itself from the cold. I can't do this. I can't swallow a tamale. And just like that, I realized, oh, it's fine that I'm vomiting this out. This is good, because then this shows that I'm human, and therefore they need to get a grip and start waking out of the matrix in order to realize that they shouldn't have to go ahead and climb up to the roof. It's just better to just not eat tamales. How about you do that? Fuck the red pill. Fuck the blue pill. Don't go for the yellow OD of delicioso. And that's all the Spanish words I know out of the dictionary. So I'm gonna wrap up my set with a quick plug. Everybody's been plugging. I know we like our anal. No, but I want to say, if you guys want to follow me anywhere, yeah, just see me in the park sometime. I'll be dropping by like assorted raisins, nuts, cranberries, a trail mix. You could follow that. All right. I said that with the confidence of Clint Eastwood, but with the nervousness of Michael Cera. So that's me. I'm not sure why I'm doing an identical set to everything else on Zoom, but I want to thank you, Joe, and I want to thank you, Carl, and you guys all are making your dreams happen. And I'm going to stop myself. All right. Thank you so much.
Round of applause for Daniel, the man, Archila.
Round of applause. Yes. Yeah.
That's right. El Colombiano. That's right. That's right. And if you guys don't know, basically everybody that's not black in Florida is Colombian.
Well,
I thought they were Cuban.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's a lot of Brazilians, a lot of Cubans.
One of those C's.
Well, you know how it is. When you're from Philly, they all speak Spanish.
I guess I deserve that. I don't know. I want to say really quickly, I got to call you Mista See because that's your stage name. I usually call you Carl because I just randomly saw it somewhere. But I got to say, every time I'm on the show, one thing that both excites me and shocks me is the fact that you have this unsuspecting way of just bringing up people. Like, you'll just start off like, this next guy coming up to the stage is a real veteran. And I think, oh, I've never served in the army of the Comedy Store. Well, I'm definitely not good at comedy. And his name is Danny. It's like, okay, well, that's me. So thank you for being so unique. Love you for that, Carl. You're so cool.
Yeah.
And I appreciate Joe's bravery during this whole night. I didn't know you were going to be breastfeeding at the same time. So it's just like, there you go. You're escaping the FCC. You're
pretty much breastfeeding at the same time as I do everything. So
there you go. There you go.
Yep.
Right, that's right. The breastfeeding is actually a feature of the show. So if anybody you like breast, watch the Dive Bar Comedy Show.
Nice.
Bonus.
Yes, I have my tits out in public half the time now, but nobody throws ones at me anymore. Nobody throws ones at me
They should
anymore.
throw extra because of the kid and the boobs.
There you go.
Yeah, right? They should. Well, you have 2 mouths to feed.
Right. I don't know. That might get you a sexual offender rating right there.
No, it's for the work. Yeah, you're just valuing the job. Right?
It's 2 employees. Yeah, we both get minimum wage. I don't know. $1 for me, $1 for the baby. I don't know. Silly.
So excellent. So let's give another round of applause for Daniel Archila. Yeah. Oh my God. And he's also in a place called Orlando. I don't know if you've ever been to Orlando. They got the Orlando Magic. They got Disney World. So you think, oh my God, Orlando is so nice. Orlando is a shithole. Oh my God. If you ever need some good weed, go down to Orange Blossom Trail. They call it OBT.
Oh yeah, the OBT. Yeah.
That's right. Now, bring your gun, because these guys are rough. But man, cheap prices and some bomb shit. So that's everybody that ever goes to Florida. Enjoy art, and let's get ready for our next comedian. So let's see, we got, this next comedian. Oh yeah, I love this next comedian. Okay. So this next one coming to the stage, I actually love her last name because it sounds like something you can either eat or play a ball game with a very rich man. Very beautiful. And most likely you'll speak with an English accent as you play it. But this next lady coming to the stage, it might be French, it might be some other language. I don't know what it is, but I love how it is pronounced. So are you guys ready for this next comedian?
Woo!
That's right, that's right, that's right. So this next comedian coming to the stage is about to lay it down, keep it round and keep it smooth, and bring you down to the place where your mama gonna turn you round. So can I get a clap, 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 clap for Mary, the Queen Becquet.
Thank you guys so much. Oh my God. You guys, it's great to be on this show. Although, Danny, I kind of had the same reaction. I'm like, what is this? Is this me? What's happening? Mista See, I love your introductions. I don't know. I got these crazy dance moves because I've been just watching like 6 hours straight of Selena on TV. And I'm just like, I'm in love with her. Oh my God. That's such a great series. And you know what, Joe, I think the breastfeeding is a boss move. You go. I'm like, yes. That little baby head, so cute. Oh, I had this one girl on one of my shows just put on makeup, right during her, and I was like, well, that's a pretty boss move, but you got to be respect for that baby. All right. Well, thank you guys for having me. It's great to be here. Comedy on Zoom is it's weird though. Like, let's all face it, right? It's so bizarre. I feel like, and you know what, like comedy isn't the only thing Zoom has ruined, right? It also completely messed up my women's happy hour at work. You know why? Right, Carol, how can I sit there and talk about my relationship problems with my girlfriends at work when the problem is sitting right next to me on the couch? I have to be like, honey, cover your ears. All right, girls, I'm not kidding you. And then also, what the hell am I supposed to do? How can I talk about the women I don't like when they're right here in the Zoom room, right with us? No, it doesn't work. That's why I hate, except for tonight, this Zoom show. You know why I love the dive bar? Because I actually feel like I'm at a dive bar. Right? And not just because I'm drunk. It's really, I got that warm feeling of all of us being there. But I hate Christmas, although, props to all of us in our Christmas outfits. Both me and my husband are we're from terribly dysfunctional families. That's one thing we have in common. So we love Christmas. We just, it's great. We just get to sit there on the couch and watch all the good families on the Hallmark Channel. So, what we did this year to make ourselves feel better, we baked a bunch of cookies and then we just bit all the heads off. Like, this for you, Mom. Right. And if there's any left over, we're going to just package them up and send them all to the diabetic members of the family. Amen. Merry Christmas. We're assholes. What can I say? We're jerks. All right. Who my family is though? Rachel, you might relate to my cats. That's my family. My cats are my family. But they just give shitty Christmas presents. Really bad. Like a dead bird. So they're just like, Merry Christmas. And I took my life in my hands today, guys. I went out shopping to get some Christmas lights. I got back home and I'm like, that was so stupid. Oh my God, you're an idiot. So hopefully, hopefully I don't have COVID and I've got like a festive home. But if it goes bad, I will have a beautifully decorated ventilator. So,
Hey.
That's good. I don't know, like a lot of people in LA, guys, I'm an actor too. Anybody here also do the acting thing? Rachel, I know you do, right? Come on, if we all turn off our cameras, it's all headshots. Am I lying? Come on, all your fucking headshot. By the way, it wouldn't kill you to update your headshot. I'm just saying, nobody in particular. But you know what? Okay, here I have to say something. I was really lucky and I got booked on something this week. Yeah. That's my Selena move. I did. Yeah. I booked an indie film, and guys, the pay was $100. Right. It was $100. And then I said to myself, like, well, is it worth it? Like, to potentially get COVID and die for like $100? And then the casting director was like, there's a TV credit. And I'm like, I'm in, I'll do it. That's how desperate I am. But it was an FBI agent, so I was clever. Like, I played it like FBI OCD. So I was constantly washing my hands, you know. And, I was like, with my lines, I'm like, oh, that guy's got a really long rap sheet. Agent Santos, you put the cuffs on him. You go. Handcuffs. The bad part of that, I'm just gonna have a look here. The bad part of that, you guys, was I gained a lot of weight in COVID. Anybody else? Anybody? Guys, so okay, I am so fat. I see it. Carol, thank you. I'm so fat. I will not allow my husband to see me naked unless I turn off the lights. And have him put gravy on his junk. So my size card, you know, your size cards are usually a little bit of a lie, but my size cards right now, complete fiction. To fit in my costume for the FBI agent, I had to put on 3 pairs of Spanx. 3. You know, how did I know I needed 3? Well, I put on 2, and the costume lady was like, let's try 1 more pair on top of that. Yeah, I got a part, but I can't feel my body from the waist down. I'm an actress. All right, thank you guys. I'm Mary Becquet.
Yeah. Excellent. And I like the last thing that she mentioned. It actually reminds me of one of my ex-girlfriends, who was a sister. Now, I don't know if you know about the sisters. They love having the big booty, right? Well, my ex-girlfriend was a real petite, pretty girl, 120 pounds, 5'4". So she had real skinny legs, and she was so insecure about it that even in the summertime when it was 90 degrees outside, she would wear 3 pairs of jeans out just so she could look thick to get there. Right? It's deep. It's deep now.
We'll do
I'd rather you do that than get some butt shots. I will say that. But it's a deep situation. So let's give another round of applause for Mary, the queen. All right, we're going to jump right into our next comedian. This guy is our closer for the evening, and we always save some of the best for last, and the best for first, and the best for second, and the best for third, and the best for the middle. So we still got the best at the end. And this gentleman right here, his name says it all. He's going to take you down to Broadway.
On Broadway.
That's right. Now in Philly, Broadway means something else, so you get really big girls to make love to. But that's a whole other thing. So you guys are got to get prepared, because this gentleman is extremely talented, extremely skilled. And he's actually a dive bar veteran. Came out to see us in person a year back. We did not give him the COVID early, so he's still here for us to bring it on back. And we got to welcome this man back. Are you ready for this comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Can I get one more yeah?
Yeah.
So give me a clap, 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 clap for Wayne, the show on Broadway.
Hey. Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you so much. I feel really happy to be here. Like, and by here I mean in my home. Like, you know, if we were at a bar, I'd be happy to be there too. But home is where all my stuff is, you know? Home is where all my things are, you know? Home is where the people I love are. And it's not even about that. You know what? A lot of people say, like, home is where the heart is. For me, it's more like home is where my Xbox is, you know? So that's kind of why I love being home. But if we were at a bar, I'd be happy to be there too. Not in like a spiritual, like, I'm so happy to be here sense. I'd just be happy that my car physically made it there, you know? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I drive a piece of shit. And that's not a description of the car. That's the make and model. It is a Ford 1992 piece of shit. 4-wheel drive, but only 2 of the wheels work. It's really fucked up. But yeah, no, I mean, it's the only car in my entire life that's ever made me religious. I don't know if you guys have ever had a car make you religious, but I knew my car made me religious because every time I try to start it up, I pray. You know, I just do a little. I'm not even Catholic, but that feels like the most effective for what I'm trying to do. Like, and if I'm trying to go to like the Valley or like even like fucking like, you know, Ventura, I do the 3-1, you know, the one that only like super Catholic Latin grandmas do. So shout out to my Salvadorian girlfriend, ex-girlfriend's grandma for teaching me that. Thank you, abuela. Muchas gracias. Anyway, Wayne Broadway is my real name. I know a lot of people wonder that when they see me on comedy shows, they haven't met me. Wayne Broadway is my real name. No, it's not a stage name. It's not any sort of, that's just the name I was born with, you know? And if anything, I think it'd be douchey if I was going to call myself Wayne Broadway for a lot of reasons. Like, one, it's a little bit on the fucking nose, no? Like, just a little bit. Like, if I was going to be that big of an asshole and call myself Wayne Broadway as a made-up name, I would just go all the way and call myself, like, Johnny Hollywood, you know? Like, you know, just something. And Wayne Broadway isn't even a name that, like, gets you on comedy stages. There's nothing comedic about Broadway. Like, Broadway and comedy are 2 separate things. I've never laughed once at a play. That's how I know. You know, if I was going to make up a name to get into comedy, I'd pick something that was more conducive to me getting on stage. Like, if I was going to make up a name to get into comedy, I would have called myself Wayne Chappelle, you know, like, you know, Wayne CK before 2017. I don't know. Like, I would have called myself Wayne Brady Jr. You don't know me. Maybe I'm his son. We have the same fucking vibe. Maybe I'm Wayne Brady's son. You don't know. You don't know about his family. His wife is Asian. Maybe I look kind of Blasian. I don't know. Plus, I have this voice. Me and Wayne Brady have the same voice. So how could you not think we're the same nigga, you know? Like, I'm a black guy with this voice. That is a tough life, you know? I'm a black guy with this voice. It is a brutal life, you know? I hate my voice. I really do. And I've been trying to get over it. You know, like the other day, my partner said to me, Wayne, get over it, you know? Your voice is your voice. You got to love yourself, you know? You are who you are. My partner said, Wayne, love your voice because you're just a blurred, you know? A black nerd. And I was like, fuck you, I'm not a blurred. I'm bleak. And my partner's what, like a black geek? I'm like, no, just depressed because I wish I had a better black guy voice. You know, life's tough, but I don't know. I find a way to cope. Mainly through porn, but I'm trying to watch less porn. I'm trying to watch less porn in my time. I was watching too much porn. Do you know how you're watching? You know how you know you're watching too much porn? Ask me how.
How do you know you're watching too much porn?
I would have settled for just a how, but go ahead. You know you're watching too much porn when you start reading the comment section. Like, that's how you know you're just a little bit, like, because most people, your porn experience isn't reading. You know, most people, your porn experience is you get in, you get out, you fucking come all over your hands, wipe them off, and pet your dog. I don't know what you do. That's what I do. You know? But for me, my porn experience became like, let's see what the people had to say about this one. I gotta know. But, you know what's weird about the porn site comment section is that unlike every other comment section online where it's just like beefing, fuck you, fuck that, fuck libs, fuck Trump, it is the nicest. Like, if you want to know who that redhead in scene 3 is, Titty Man 69 is going to tell you who that redhead in scene 3 is. Like, where else are you going to find that kind of love online? It's like the porno comment section is like the one place online where people like come together to like come together, you know? it's a beautiful thing, and I wish it on everyone. Thank you, guys. I'm Wayne Broadway. Please follow me online. IG.
That's right, Wayne Broadway. Excellent, excellent. A man after my own heart. I even got a new strategy I'm gonna use for him. Next time, the next girlfriend I get, when somebody finally accepts the failure that I am, I'm gonna tell her when I get caught watching porn, babe, I'm not in it for the porn. I just watch it for the comments. It works. I swear it works. My dad used it when my mom caught him with those Playboys that he kept up in the ceiling. So it worked. It worked. It worked. I swear to God. So great. That was the Dive Bar Comedy Show, everybody. That was all our comedians. Give a round of applause for everybody. My man tore it up. It was not great job. Excellent. So great. So good. So we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna do a quick song. I may or may not keep my clothes on. It depends on how I feel. But I'm gonna do a quick song. Miss Wild Joe's gonna take us out of here. We're gonna run through everybody's name one last time also, and then close it out. Let's see what we got. Now, this particular song I'm about to do, because it's the holiday season. I don't have a Christmas song yet, but I am working on one actually. I'm gonna drop my first Christmas song this year. It's called when there's a nip in the air. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I made it up the other night when I was high off a bunch of drugs and stuff. So good. But I'm gonna kill it. But right now, this particular song is called All in Defiance. And I want you guys to take this as a 2020 anthem. We've been held down by COVID. Jobs have been cut. We've not been able to perform. We've not been able to do anything we want. Places are locked down. And what you have to do, you have to be happy in defiance of what is going on in this world today, because that's the only way you can get past depression and everything else. You got to push through. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know it's bad, but fight through, because you have to live in spite of the things that hold you back. And you remember that. You trying to hold me back? I'm coming harder. And you take that into 2021 with you. And that's what this song is about. It's about living all in defiance. Let's get it in.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I fucked it up. Try to raise the volume. It ain't my fault, I'm still so certain. That's why I can't tweet 2,000 a day. It ain't my fault, I'm so disrespectful. That's why I'm always into my own game. Oh, God just wants to tweet today. And you just know it in this face. No need smoke, no instant grace. I'm fire. Tonight, there gonna be some tweet tonight. There gonna be some tweet tonight. 40 years now, the tweeter will be. No matter how many times you call it below me, I still love it's in the same name, and ain't nobody gonna tell me how me. Just wants to tweet today, and you just know it in this race. No Negro smoke, no instant grace. Oh, it's fire. There will be some tweet tonight. There will be some tweet tonight. There will be some tweet tonight. There will be some tweet tonight.
Baby, come on, dog out.
Woo!
Woo! we go. Yeah.
Stop. There's gonna be some tweets tonight.
Woo! There's gonna be some tweets tonight.
There's gonna be some tweets tonight. Oh, it's a fire. Oh, it's a fire. Oh, it's a fire. Oh, it's a fire. Yeah. That's the Dive Copy Show, bitches.
Woo! Oh,
Merry
man.
Christmas. All right, all right. So we're going to take it out of here. Once again, another round of applause for all of our comedians.
Yeah.
That's right, that's right, that's right. And once again, we had a great, great show tonight. So much talent from top to bottom. Round of applause for our guy, Erik Escobar. Round of applause for Rachel Fogletto. Yeah. Round of applause for Mary Becquet.
Yeah.
And lastly, Wayne Brady Jr. This is Wild Joe. Let's take us home. Merry Christmas and treat your hoes good.
Merry Christmas.
Wow. Wow. Well, it is a dive bar comedy with our little stripping portion of the show. So I think that's what gives us an edge over all the other Zoom shows and makes people watch till the very, very end. So thanks for that, Mista See, holding the attention. And as Rachel mentioned, our viewers suddenly started just shooting up at that. It starts off button down. Next thing you know, we're really in the zone. It brings me back fond memories of male strip clubs and sticking my hand down the G-strings and grabbing dollars. I mean, just supposed putting dollars, but grabbing other things. Anyway, so, all right, you guys, this was another fun episode of Dive Bar Comedy. Thanks to all of the people watching. Thanks to all of our comics. We are live on Facebook every Tuesday night. And if you happen to miss it, you can always check out the replay wherever you listen to podcasts, on the iTunes or the Android podcast apps, or at divebarcomedy.com. So please subscribe and keep listening and follow all of our great comics. Thanks for another fun Tuesday. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Goodbye.
Yeah.